Oh, I'm fine. And if you don't want to cancel your life to just watch us, I guess that's understandable.
We're kind of in a pandemic.
I am I'm an astrologer. I'm a comedian, stand-up comedian, and then I started doing astrology by accident. I started doing astrology trying to figure out my life as a comedian. Actually, yeah. But yeah, I'm a comedian astrologer. Yeah, I tell jokes and I read natal charts.
This is the camera. Um, Here's us in real time. And then this is what the image looks like. I don't know if you can see it clearly.
Oh, awesome. Yeah. No, it looks really good. I like your framing.
Thank you.
Beautiful. Yes,
I'm
yes.
doing correct.
The rising sign is the it says something about how people see the way you move. Like you have a Mars in Leo, and so it's like you take action in a very like maybe flamboyant way, or and you want attention on you, and you want to love. Maybe not attention, but you want to love. Ultimately, you want to love. This is so loose. Righty tighty, lefty loosey, lefty righty tighty. Astrology is like you have like regular consciousness is your brain's moving, and there's like another consciousness where it's like the animal level, and there's like super conscious where it's almost like you're receiving from beyond yourself, and you're just like you can get in line. But like getting in touch with that intuition with the body can get you. It's like the window to super consciousness, and it's almost like I think we talked about this before, but like with Virgo, there is an order that you want things to be, but there's also this divine order. Nobody can read my chicken scratch. She was like, lean into the story of your lineage. Christianity blocked, the transmission of a lot of our Igbo ideas in America, and now somehow the spirit is still there, and so you're finding a way to connect with it. And I really related because as an Aquarius rising, I've always been the fucking oddball in my family. Something a little bit weird about me. And I value the tradition, but I'm trying to do it in my own way, and I feel like so many of us relate to that. But it's like I actually am kind of grounded a little bit for the way I grew up in our spiritual traditions and practice. Like I do seek that shit out, and it's like I'm remixing our spiritual traditions for a new generation.
In the beginning of this, where you were talking about how people just kind of will talk to you for like hours at a time, like maybe you do like 30, 45 minutes, but like some people will even go like longer than that.
Yeah.
And it just made me think about a little bit how that's kind of like therapy. And like you said, through this session of just like having conversation back and forth. And I'm wondering if you view what you do or like the process of like going through people's charts and explaining to them like things that are happening right now or have happened to them. Like, do you see that as any kind of like therapy, particularly right now too, with like the pandemic happening and people are really turning to like astrology as like a, what's happening, like how do I manage this?
I hesitate to say that what I do is therapy because I'm not a trained therapist, and um, there's a lot you learn from counseling. But also as as a person, as an indigenous person, as a person rooted in a tradition, in a lineage that is not Western, where there's no degrees, where people practice traditional medicine, I do see astrology as a way of accessing different parts of yourself that could be called therapeutic. And I do think that I know that I have done that for people. In fact, and people have told me this has been an incredible. This has been like as powerful as therapy for me. People have told me that, which is like fucking blows me away. But also, there's part of me that like hesitates to claiming that because I don't know if that might not be everybody's experience. That might be like if you fuck with the ways that I fucking think, you might have that experience. But I do know that there is something that I'm doing that can be uprooting uncomfortable shit, which is what we do in therapy, what happens in therapy. And that can point to some things that you can do later that might be helpful, which could also be in therapy. But I might point to like, oh, maybe you might fuck with this kind of therapy. Maybe there's something you can talk to at a therapist table. So like I think I can point the way. I don't know, but I don't know if I'll call it therapy, but we're definitely listening and talking and holding space for all kinds of shit that can come up and putting it in the context of the chart. And so there's therapeutic elements. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And like even giving people the space to like have that conversation if they couldn't before is always just nice too. Like that's
Yeah. If they want to go, there, yeah. And I think any good astrologer is doing that. You know, I don't know. I don't think it's necessarily unique to me, but I think a good astrologer is hopefully going to be listening to you, and hopefully can give you a few like tools to walk away with. Yeah. But I guess that's also like the genre that I fuck with too. I mean, you know, there's like mundane, what they call not mundane, but like there's like business astrologers. There's like all kinds of other astrologers. This all have to be like this therapeutic shit. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's interesting. I've just been thinking a lot about that, especially now since you are like being so booked up with your schedule, like how much time it's taking for you to do it. Like it's almost like a full-time job, and I'm like, wow, this is like you're helping people. You're making a difference for people. You're making them like realize a little bit about themselves, even if it's like small things, you know.
Yeah. It's pretty fucking incredible. It's beyond belief. It's beyond belief because this time last year I had no idea this is what I would be doing. I just knew that I was interested in this topic, but I had no idea that I would be an astrologer. I would call myself an astrologer, and people would actually give me money, and they would feel very happy walking away from it, and I would feel very satisfied from it, and it would be this beautiful exchange. What? Wow, holy shit. But also I wouldn't have guessed that there'd be a global pandemic either, so you know. Yeah, I can't predict the future, that's the point. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So Jen, you want to stay with us on FaceTime, or how are we doing this?
No, I'm gonna let y'all go. I just wanted to record this setup.
Okay.
But yeah, and then we'll have the actual
You don't want to watch this in real life and then watch it for hours again later on? You don't want to do that?
Absolutely not. I do want to be there. I wish I was there physically with you guys. Like, that's my dream. But since we can't do that.
I'm fine. And if you don't want to cancel your life to just watch us,
I mean, honestly, I have nothing to do.
After the pandemic.
I really have nothing to do, so